All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into Billiard Breakdown tonight. We have Jason Rivera, our number 10 ranked player in the top 15 players list, versus Paul Jacob, ranked number 12 in the top 15 players list. Both players are excellent shooters, and they're going to lag for break right now. This is going to be a race to 9 in 8-ball pool. Jason Rivera is going to win the leg, and he's going to be able to start us off with the break.
Winner break and cue ball fouls on. Yeah, BCA rules.
Both players just going over the rule set briefly. To sum it up, BCA. Good luck to both players. This should be a pretty nice match. Shout out to Christine Strong in the live chat. Christine is our tournament director over here at Billiard Breakdown. Christine says, "Let's go. Good luck." We have a large tournament over here at Billiard Breakdown in Rochester, New York, Sunday, tomorrow, the 16th, March 16th. We had 32 players sign up, and I believe Christine has even expanded the amount of players allowed for that tournament due to high demand. If you're free, consider joining the tournament tomorrow at Billiard Breakdown. Reach out to Christine Strong for more information. Jason Rivera makes the ball on the break. Table's open. Let's see what he goes for. He's going for stripes. To Christine Strong in the live chat. Who do you got? What's your prediction here for this match? Jason should be able to thinly cut this 10 ball into the side pocket and possibly make position for the 12 into the far right corner. Let's see if he actually goes for that, or he's considering this direct cut on the 12 into the far right corner. Easy to lose control of the cue ball, but maybe a slightly higher percentage shot of potting it. Christine Strong in the live chat says, "Ooh, tough one to predict. I'm going to go with a 9-7 to Paul Jacob." But Jason looks mentally strong and ready to go. Yes, he is. He's got his game face on. Yeah.
World's strongest arm is Canarvis.
Christine Strong in the live chat says Jason is my teammate, and I know he has what it takes, especially his jump game. Yeah, Jason's a really good jumper. Might catch Paul off guard if he chooses to play safe somehow on Jason. Really, really nice pot by Jason, but the 4 ball is going to roll into a pretty inconvenient position for Jason. It's preferable to, well, I mean, ideally, he would like to cut the 15 into the far right corner, but it's a pretty low percentage shot. He's actually calling the bank into the right corner nearest us. Christine Strong in the live chat says, great shot, no reward. Yeah. And moving the 15 out of the way may not have been the best option. It was an obstacle for Paul Jacob. Now Paul is at the table with a pretty nice layout. The real question here is whether or not he can get good on the 3 ball to shoot into the far right corner. Let's see what he does. Paul attempts to go directly into the 3, but misses it by a little bit. He's got a good angle on the 6 to hold position for the 3. That is the shot to go for if you want to run this one out. The cue ball looks like it clears, well, maybe it doesn't. Tough to say if it clears the 15 into the 1. If it does, excellent breakout shot by Paul on this 13. But he's going to scratch on the cue ball. He doesn't stroke it. He slow rolls it and it follows it into the side pocket. Jason Rivera with ball in hand, and he's likely going to be out from here. Christine Strong in the live chat says, great new lighting on the table. Thank you very much. Jason Rivera barely making the shot. He's going to get a little fortunate that that ball rolled in, but now he should have no problems. Yeah, thanks, Christine. Mike Johnson and Jamie and Zena helped me out with the installation, and they did a really amazing job. Mike Johnson was able to install a dimmer switch, and I can control the brightness now. Jason Rivera able to take the first game. The score is now 1-0. Jason Rivera in the lead. Oh, hey, Shaun. Can you let her know? Hey guys, I'm just fixing some audio issues right now, and we'll be back with the regular audio soon. Hey, and we're back. Just had some music issues. When copyrighted music is played in the background, my video gets flagged, so I just had to turn down some audio so we can resume with the match. Tyson in the live chat says, when do we get to see you play, Michael? Well, come down to Billiard Breakdown in Rochester, New York, and you'll get to see me play as Jason Rivera hits a really nice bank into the left side pocket. Well done. Jason misses the cut. If the one ball clears that 14, Jason could be in trouble here. Tyson in the live chat says, I would stop by Billiard Breakdown in Rochester, New York, but it's on the other side of the country for me. Man, Tyson, you're telling me I'm not worth the flight across the country? Come on, man. Paul nearly scratches into the left corner. Paul Jacob is going to jump this, but he jumps over the 8. He's unable to make contact. Jason Rivera with ball in hand and an open layout. The 13 ball was probably the most inconvenient. Let's see if he goes for that first. Jason grabs the bridge for this shot. Has a little trouble reaching. He's going to want to follow this cue ball down to the short rail and back up towards the center of the table for a shot on either ball. With speed, still a little tricky to make position for the 11. He could just simply roll this cue ball forward, but it's going to create some distance between the cue ball and the 11. Best to take the slightly longer shot, though, than to force some sort of position. Jason gonna go for the 11 first. Really smart play by Jason Rivera here. Stunning the cue ball, leaving it behind the 12. Letting Paul shoot at this 8. Potentially getting another ball in hand. Jason Rivera once again. He's got ball in hand. Can he finish this out now? Should be able to. Just needs to roll this, or actually he could stun the cue ball. He's got a good angle on the 11. Christine Strong in the live chat says Jason Rivera is playing smart. I like it. Yeah, good play rather than going for a shot and leaving yourself with a tough position. Plays a really nice safety. Jason leaves himself with a somewhat difficult shot. Christine Strong in the live chat says Paul's got to shake the dust off, not get into his head. Paul's not dusty. We're the second game in, he'll be all right. Or time will tell. Too soon to say, huh? Jason sinks the 8-ball really nicely. Great shot. Jason Rivera now with 2 games to Paul Jacobs' 0 games. Really smart shooting so far by Jason. All right, Jason. Can he continue this? Paul Jacob brought in a very unique rack, some sort of machined aluminum rack, and it's getting the players a tight rack every time. That's why the balls are breaking so well. Wonder what he's looking at over here. Paul went for the 14-10 combo into the side pocket. He doesn't get it. Jason Rivera at the table with no obvious shot here. Open table, but nothing obvious. He's eyeing the cut on the 11. Not an easy one. These back cuts are tricky. They tend to wobble. Nice shot. The 10 ball does clear the 4. Gets a little straight on the 9. He may have a little bit of an angle, but not a lot to work with when you're shooting on the rail. Jason's able to roll this cue ball forward for a position on the 12 into the side pocket. Just got to make sure to avoid the 1 and the 3 on this shot. He has trouble doing so. The 15 is not potted. Paul Jacob left with either the 1 into the side or the 3 down the table. He's probably going to go for the 1 into the side. This seems to be the simpler shot. Nice job by Paul, just stunning that cue ball over with a good speed for the 4. Paul's likely to be able to finish this rack out. The biggest difficulty here is getting good position on the 8 after shooting the 3. Interesting choice rolling the cue ball down so far at the table for the 3 ball. He should be able to pass by the 8 on the way back up, but instead he gets a really, really fortunate bump. He was definitely trying to go 2 rails back out towards the center of the table for the 8, but instead he gets a slight bump into it, and he's going to be able to finish it out. Paul Jacob on the board with his first game. The score is now 2-1. Jason Rivera still in the lead. Another surprising dry break. Look at the layout of this. Kind of looks like a drill. The 12 ball is stuck between the 2 and the 3. That's what's making this layout a little confusing here. Jason's still going to go for stripes, it seems, but he's not able to bring the cue ball back out at all. Jason kind of shrugs that shot off. Not what he wanted. Really, really nice straight shot by Jason Rivera, though. Good recovery. This is a good angle to possibly get that 12 ball out. Well done. Really, really well done. Cue ball sits in the side pocket for Jason. Lucky he didn't scratch. Nice shot by Jason. Difficult to hold position there on the 8 just because of where that cue ball was in the pocket. Can he make this cut into the left corner to make it 3-1? Really, really nice shooting by Jason Rivera. Scores 3-1. Jason to break. Surprisingly, a couple consecutive dry breaks for both players. Really minimal problem balls on the table. The 7 and 13 are a little unclear. Paul needs to find a way to most likely pot the 15. Really nice shot by Paul. Couldn't tell he was clear for that. Well done. Now is a good time to actually shoot the 12 as well. Nice shot. Paul's got a pretty good chance of running this out. The 9's clear. He's going to just want to roll this forward slightly for the 14. He gets a little bit of an odd angle on the 14. We may see Paul use some inside spin to maintain a position for the 10 into the side. Well done. He's got an angle on the 10 to directly draw this cue ball. I was going to say into the 6, but really nice touchy positional play by Paul Jacob. This is going to be tough, though. He's got to try to find a way to avoid the 7, 1, and 6 for position on the 8. Does he do it? Are you kidding me, Paul? What a setup. Wow. Expertly avoids those problem balls, and the 8 ball is going to wobble into the corner. Paul Jacob winning his second game. The score is 3-2. Jason Rivera still in the lead. Christine Strong in the live chat says that was smooth getting onto the 8. Yes, it was. Not an easy setup, and well done by Paul. Paul to break. The 14 drops into the far right corner. Doesn't seem like Paul has an easy first shot here. Hey, we got Mike Bremer in the live chat. says back-to-back rack and runs. Could you elaborate on the meaning of that one, Mike? And how you doing? Yeah, the 11 seemed like it wasn't clear past the 3 into the side pocket. Maybe it was, but he just mishit it. Jason chooses to go with solids here. Christine Strong in the live chat says could have played a safe on the bottom rail and forced a hard shot for Jason. Yeah, probably. Definitely not something I considered just now. Paul also rarely considers a safe, given the layout, but may have been the smarter decision. Mike Bremer in the live chat clarifies that Paul broke dry, Jason ran it, then Jason broke dry, and Paul ran it. Yeah, tough to play with these two. Is Jason going for the thin cut on the 2? He's not. He went for the bank. Interesting choice. The 8 ball seems to barely clear the 2 into the right corner. And Paul is going to find a way to freeze himself on the 15 in the center of the table. He's really got not much of a shot. Only the 15-9 seems plausible here. Paul is going to scratch. The 9 didn't drop for him either. Christine Strong in the live chat says, Mike Bremer, I got a perfect spot for you tomorrow in the tournament. Wink, wink. Not sure what that means, but she's got the perfect spot for you. Hope to see you tomorrow. Mike Bremer, you planning on playing in the tournament tomorrow? Jason Rivera unable to make a good position for his next shot. He's got this long, tough one on 2. But sinks it no problem. Really nice straight stroke by Jason Rivera. Hey, we've got Sean Kelly in the live chat telling Mike Bremer come on down to play in the tournament tomorrow, Sunday, at Billiard Breakdown. Visit your favorite bartender, the one and only Sean Kelly. Christine Strong says Jason's mechanics are on point tonight. Yes, they are. Unfortunately, you've already made your 9-7 prediction in favor of Paul. Christine in the live chat says it ain't over till it's over. True. Jason's left himself a tough back cut on the 1. If he makes this, he's really, really on point today. Not an easy shot to make right here. Jason's on point. And look at this. What an inconvenient leave. But he's been making the tough shots so far. Can he do it? He can't. He overcuts the 8 by just a little bit. It seems like he didn't even leave Paul with much. I don't believe the cue ball clears the 12 for the 11. I don't believe the 15 clears the 9 into the side. As far as the leave goes, that's as good as you could have asked for, possibly. Paul is able to make contact on the 11. Nice shot. We got Mike Bremer in the live chat. Says he's in for the tournament tomorrow to Christine. All right, Mike. Best of luck to you. We are really low on positions for the tournament tomorrow over at Billiard Breakdown in Rochester, New York. Make sure you guys sign up soon with Christine Strong. Paul Jacob making nice position on the 9 ball. Paul does not draw the cue ball back to where he wanted it to. Leaves himself a back cut on the 15, which he sinks nicely. Can he make this long shot on the 8 into the right corner? I know Paul really likes these shots. He is favored to make it, and he does. Paul able to tie this match up 3-3. Really well done. Tyson in the live chat asks, will the tournament be streamed? It will not, unfortunately, unless the 2 final players, Christine, want to play on the 9-foot table. Tyson, you're better off asking Christine Strong in the live chat. She makes all the rules for that one. Both players shooting pretty well. Not many chances to each player. Nice break by Paul. The 5 and the 8 are bunched together. The 9 and the 11 are unclear as well. Both sets of solids and stripes having their own problems. Did he get a good angle on the 6 to go into the 5-8? It's possible. Creative choice, shooting the 3, trying to get the cue ball to bump into the 8-5. He doesn't get it, but it was a good attempt. In this position, it may be best just to let Jason try to work the rack out here rather than go for some sort of creative breakout shot and possibly opening up the table for your opponent. Jason unable to walk the 14 down the rail into the far left corner. Paul with another chance here. He does have an angle on the 6 to go into the 5, but doesn't seem like he's going to consider that shot. Kind of wonder what Paul's going to do about this 5 ball. It's not obvious. And it gets less and less obvious as he pockets the other solids here. And the cue ball is going to go straight into the right corner pocket. Jason Rivera with ball in hand, but still the 5-8 makes the rack a little unclear. Tyson in the live chat. What state are you from? Jason actually does have an angle on the 11 here to go into the 8-5 with a fairly automatic position on the 14 if he is able to make contact. He doesn't go for the shot though. Maybe the 8 can clear the 5 into the left corner pocket on the short side. Ambitious setup though, if that's his plan. Jason Rivera wobbles the 14 in the corner pocket. Almost preferable to leave the ball there. It does look like Jason will be able to take this rack, though. We do have some side action at the pool hall. Two parties betting what sounded like 500 on who's going to win this match. Quite the bet. Good luck to both. Good cut, but he's unable to hold position. Paul Jacob likely to have another opportunity at the table. No easy safety either here. Let's see what Jason can come up with. Jason's really got a choice to shoot this to make it or leave the cue ball far down on the table. And this is actually an excellent leave for Jason. Jason Rivera back at the table with a thin cut. If he can slow roll this, he'll have automatic position on the 8. But this is not an easy slow roll. If he hits this too hard, he'll be left with a bank on the 8. Definitely not preferable. Can he do it? Jason overhits the 8 ball by a little bit. I mean, the cue ball by a little bit. Now he's got a bank on the 8. He's got to make this, or Paul is likely to be out. He could play some sort of two-way where he goes for the bank and leaves the cue ball at the far end of the table. Let's see if he actually just focuses on making the shot, or if he's going to go for the two-way here. And Jason Rivera sinks the 8 ball. Really nice bank shot. Super clutch. Jason able to win his 4th game. The score is now 4-3. Jason Rivera in the lead. Nice break by Jason. Solids possibly looking slightly better than stripes here. All the balls don't really seem to, they all seem to have a pocket though. Really just depends on what you're most comfortable with going for. He could shoot the 13 and leave himself the 9 into the right corner. And he doesn't get a good leave here. Jason's going to need to shoot up the table now. Hey, we got Corey P in the live chat. What's up, Corey? Corey in the live chat says, so be there at 12 tomorrow for the tournament. You can come at 12. You can come at 12:30. You can come at 12:50. Just make sure you're there before 1, which is when the tournament actually begins. Really, really nice cut by Jason Rivera. Not an easy one to make, but it was all net. Tough to make position on this 14-10. They both clear into the far left corner, but getting the correct short side angle can be a little tricky. See you tomorrow, Corey. Christine Strong in the live chat says there is a player meeting for the tournament to go over the format and the rules at 12:30. Be there or you won't know how to play. Jason leaves himself behind that 10-14. He was definitely hoping to get on the 11 so he can make position on the short side of the 10-14 into the far left corner. Now he's got to come up with something else. Not an easy shot to go for. Jason ends up playing a pretty decent safety here. Doesn't leave Paul with much. Nice shot. Paul Jacob undercuts the 6 ball by a little bit, but he does leave Jason with a long spot shot on the 14. Can he do it? Even if he makes the 14, he wants to make sure the cue ball doesn't roll between both of the stripes along the short rail. He wants to try to maintain position somehow on the far side of the table. Jason leaves himself with a medium difficulty cut on the 10 ball, I believe it is. not really possible to hold position for the 11. He's going to have to go 2 rails potentially, or leave himself the long thin cut. If the 11's on the rail, that might be preferable. If he bumps into the 11, that would be amazing, and he does. He gets a really, really fortunate bump on the 11 on the way back. Can he finish this out? He needs a little bit of bottom left on this shot. And he plays it with perfect speed. Look at this position on the 8. Couldn't get it better with ball in hand. Well done. Jason looking like he's going to be able to take a 2-game lead. Nice shooting. The score is now 5-3. Jason Rivera leading Paul Jacob. Jason thinking this rack through. He nods as he is about to take solids here. But he's going to almost scratch in the side pocket. Narrowly avoids it. He's got a nice shot on the 7. We're likely to see him stun this shot to bring the cue ball above the 1. Turns out the shot was much straighter than I had thought. Jason's going to have a shot on the 2 into the side pocket now, though. Let's see what he can do about the 4. That's his problem ball for this rack. Could he possibly go for it now? He could shoot the 1 and break out the 4 and move the 8 ball as well. A little tricky here. Jason unable to make contact with the 8 and the 4. Needed to stroke through that stun shot a little more. Jason's considering the masse here, but it's not an easy shot. There's very minimal clearance on that 12 ball. Wow, Jason able to jump directly onto the 4 ball without scratching. Really nice touchy jump shot by Jason. Although Paul Jacob is now at the table with a really nice layout for him. Paul's got a good chance of finishing this rack out. Paul leaves himself with a not the easiest cut on the 15 into the side pocket. He should still be able to make it though. Question is, what's he want to do about running into the 4 and the 8? He may try to avoid that. The 8 ball nearly drops into the corner pocket. Paul unable to leave himself a good position here. Definitely would have been better to draw the side pocket shot on the 15 and bring the cue ball towards the right. He's got to make sure he shoots a two-way shot here. Looks like he's going to call the 14 into the far right corner, which is a smart move. Or not. He plays safe. Down the far end of the table. Nice shot. Jason Rivera with nothing much. Jason actually went for the bank on the 4, but narrowly misses it. Paul Jacob with a good chance here, more likely to run out here than not. Paul Jacob able to finish this rack out. Well played. The safety on Jason for the 4-ball is what won him this rack, and the score is now 5-4. Jason Rivera still leading Paul Jacob, but Paul able to keep it really close here. Jason gets a look on the 13 into the side pocket with a potential breakout shot on the 9-14. Definitely would have preferred a little more power on that shot, but that could have wobbled the 13 in the side pocket. The 10 clears the 2. Let's see if he goes for it. Jason's got to get over the table. Slightly uncomfortable of a position, which is why he misses the shot. Paul Jacob back at the table. He's got a little sharp of an angle to cut the 9 into the side. A little thicker, he would be able to bump into the 8 and 10. I mean, my mistake. Thought it was Jason shooting. Now maybe a good chance to go into the 8 and the 10. And now as well. Either or works. The 8 does go into the far right corner if he is able to bring the cue ball back down nearest us. Doesn't look like he's left himself with much, though. I don't believe Paul has the correct angle on the 4 to cut this. Paul ends up playing a safety, leaving Jason with a shot on the 10 into the side pocket. Not automatic, though. If he does make it, he should be able to get position on either the 14 or the 11. Nice shot. It may also be preferable here to use inside spin on this 11 to bring the cue ball back towards the left rather than the... Okay, he's not going for the 11. He's considering the 9 into the corner. But shooting the 11 with inside here brings the cue ball past the 3 for either the 9 or the 14 into the side pocket. That may be the highest percentage follow-up shot. He may have left himself a good cut on the 14 into the side pocket. Tough to say. Jason unable to make the cut. He did leave himself a shot on the 9 into the far left corner, but now Paul's going to be back at the table. Did Paul call the side pocket here? He does. But he's unable to leave himself a good shot on the 4. He's a pretty good banker, though. Let's see if he can make it. Jason overshoots the cue ball by a little bit here. Leaves himself a much more difficult cut on the 14 than he would have preferred. Can he come horizontally back and forth on the table without the risk of scratching? Or is he going to try to play this cue ball below the 8? Really nice cut by Jason. He stays above the 8. And look at the shot he gets on the 8 into the corner. A little more of an angle than you might think based on the camera, but you should still be able to make this shot. Really well done. Score is now 6-4. Jason Rivera back with a 2-game lead. 6-4 over Paul Jacob. Jason doing well to maintain the pressure as well as the lead throughout this match. Surprisingly, another dry break. Paul with a shot on the 9 ball. Stripes looks pretty good right now as well. The 12 does seem to clear the 8 ball into the corner pocket. Paul loses control of the cue ball a little bit here. He may go for this thin reverse back cut on the 14 into the left far left corner pocket. He can also just poke at this cue ball onto the 11 to try to pot into the right corner. Is he going for the side pocket? Interesting choice. I believe Paul was intending to leave Jason on the short rail on the far side. Not a bad leave. Jason doesn't have much here. Jason Rivera with the bank on the 3. Really, really nice shot. Well done. Is he going to go for this 7-5 combo into the corner pocket? Tough to say what he was going for, but he ends up with a nice leave regardless. Paul undercuts the 13 by just a little bit. Jason with a nice shot on the 5. Good angle on the 5 to stun the cue ball back up for the 2 into the left corner as well. Looks like he's considering shooting the 7. The 4 goes as well. If he shoots the 4, a little top to bring the cue ball back up for the 1 is the simplest setup. But he's going to go for the 7. He isn't able to have the cue ball stay up. Jason unable to hit that shot with enough stun and power. Can he make this straight shot on the 2? Or the 6? Either or. He is not, but he gets a really nice roll. 6 is in the way of 13 now. Paul Jacob with another obstacle he's got to deal with. Now's a good chance to go into the 13, to develop it probably towards to the right corner, far right corner. Jason Rivera back at the table, but still no clear shot here. Jason would prefer to leave the 6 on, well, in front of the 13, just to inconvenience Paul. But he doesn't have an easy shot otherwise. And that may be a crucial mistake for Jason, going for the 6 rather than leaving it there and developing the other balls first. But Paul, unable to make the hanger on the 15. Jason back at the table. Jason tries to leave the cue ball behind the 1, comes up a little bit short. But Paul with a tough shot on the 13. But he sinks it. Really nice straight shot by Paul. He doesn't have the right angle on the 15 though to make it into the side. Paul's not able to make the 11, but it's in a good position. inconveniencing for both the 8 and the 1 ball for Jason. Paul is able to cut the 15 in here. But he's going for the 9, or not the 9, I mean. Well, both fall in regardless. He should be able to maintain position for the 8 ball if he pockets this 15 into the side pocket. He may have a longer cut on the shot, but interesting. Maybe the 15 didn't go, or he chose not to shoot the shot. Tough to say. Paul Jacob nearly able to masse the 15 in to the corner pocket. Pressure's on Jason now, though. 1 miss and Paul's out. Every ball looking like a hanger, though, for Jason. Once he makes the 6, he's going to have minimal issues getting out from there. Jason not comfortable with the shot, gets back up to reconsider. But he wobbles it. The 4 ball wobbles in the left corner pocket even after he took a second glance at it. Paul Jacob with, well, he hits the 15 a little thick. He doesn't get as much out of the cue ball as he wanted as far as bringing it closer to the 8, but should still be out from here. Really nice shot by Paul. Score is now 6-5. Jason Rivera still in the lead over Paul Jacob. Jason Rivera just taking a quick bathroom break, and we'll be right back with the action. All right, Jason's back from the bathroom. Paul Jacob is going to start us off with the break. Surprising miss by Paul on the 3-ball. Jason carefully considering his options. Unable to pocket the 11. The 1-ball still clears into the side pocket. Very runnable layout here for Paul. Just needs to stun this cue ball back on the 7 a little bit. But he misses the 7. Surprising miss.
Hey, yo, run that
It is in the way of the 14 for Jason. Not the worst result. Jason pockets Paul's ball in the far left corner, leaves his 14 there in its place. Paul still with a nice layout though. He overrolls the cue ball by a large amount for the 1. He does have a cut on the 2, and he is able to bring the cue ball 1 or 2 rails back for the 1 as well, which he ends up doing pretty nicely. A little bit of an angle. It's going to be tough to try to stay straight on the 6. Should be able to roll this cue ball down for the 3, but instead he hits it with pace and the 6 wobbles. In my opinion, he definitely did have enough roll to work with on the cue ball just to sit this cue ball to the left of the 3 rather than trying to do more to it. Nice long pot by Jason Rivera. He gets the wrong angle on the 11 to set up for the 13 though. He's gonna have to go 3 or 4 rails around the table back towards the left. Which, look at this. Look at this shot by Jason. Wow. That's absolutely perfect. Perfect execution by Jason. Did you guys see that setup shot? Really well done. Is he going to go for the side or the corner here? And straight into the corner pocket it goes. The score is now 7-5. Jason Rivera with a 2-game lead over Paul Jacob. Really nice out by Jason right there. Surprisingly good roll on the 12 ball into the corner pocket for Paul. But he misses it. Really nice pop by Jason. Confidently struck with position on the 4 into the side pocket. The 5 should clear the 9. The 3 is questionable. Wonder what Jason's plan is for the 3 ball here. Jason creates more options for the 3. Well done. But the 7 is not going to drop for Jason. Jason smiling about the miss. Paul Jacob back at the table. The 7's a pretty inconvenient ball for him. I wonder if Paul is going to consider some sort of shot where he pots either the 9 or the 7, or the 9 or the 11 into the 7, and sits the cue ball behind the 10. I would try to probably shoot the 15 into the side pocket and come back down the table for a safety shot into the 7, which may be what Paul just executed. Yeah, really nice angle here to shoot the 9 in and leave it behind the 10. Jason back at the table. Ooh, he nearly makes the 3. And Paul unable to make the 10, but look at the roll he gets. Extremely lucky to have that cue ball sit behind the 10. Is Jason going to jump this one? It's looking like it. He's getting his arm ready for the stroke. Ooh. 3 almost drops. Paul back at the table. Paul really not making these shots right now for whatever reason. At least he doesn't leave Jason Rivera with much of an angle on the 3. Really low percentage shot here. Also extremely tough to play safe. Christine Strong in the live chat says Jason the jumper. Yeah, he's got a really nice form. If he makes the cut, that'll be something else. He goes for it, but doesn't get it. He may have left Paul with nothing. Okay, so the 9 did clear the 11. Nice shot. Paul should be able to draw this cue ball back. He's going to stun it and go 2 rails for position on the 11. But instead, he's going to leave Jason behind the 11. Jason's got another difficult jump shot here. This will be quite the pot if he can make it. Good contact. The cue ball almost rolls behind the 8. Paul should be able to make this 10 and have the cue ball naturally roll above the 11, but he's going to shoot the 11 first. And the 8 is open for the side pocket. Paul should be able to get a 6 game here. Instead, he strokes through for some reason rather than going for the slow roll. But he drops the 8 anyways, no problem. Really nice shot by Paul. Made it tougher than he needed to, but a win's a win. Well done. Score is now 7-6. Jason Rivera still in the lead by 1 game. Christine Strong in the live chat says, what a recovery to Paul Jacobs. Nice cut on the 8. Both stripes and solids with their own issues this rack. Definitely a slower rack to play out here. Jason going for a 6-7 combination, but he doesn't get it. Paul, as a result, is likely to take solids here. Seems like the better option now that the 8 is clear. Definitely an unfortunate miss from Jason Rivera for solids. Paul's got a great layout to work with now. Let's see if he goes for a 2-6 combination shot. But Paul is going to overcut the 3. Paul sighs and takes a deep breath there while walking away. Tough miss. Jason makes position for the 12 into the side pocket. But he misses it somehow. Paul Jacob with another chance for, well, now he can make position for the 2 ball into the from the short side. Let's see if he's still going to set up for this combination shot. He is. He's got to make sure not to hit this too hard. He doesn't want to lose control of the 2 ball here. Really nice shot. I'm surprised the 2 ball stayed put. Well done. Looks like Paul is going to go for the side pocket here. He actually goes for the corner, but he misses it. Jason Rivera with an opportunity to get on the hill. He gets a little straight on the 10 ball. Not the easiest to generate an angle out of this. Jason double thinking this shot. He doesn't want to wobble the 10 and bring the cue ball back out for Paul to shoot the 8. Jason's going to overcut this 12 ball. Paul should be able to tie it up 7-7. But he misses the 8. Paul Jacob unable to make the 8 ball, giving Jason Rivera another chance at the table. Wow. Very surprising miss. Maybe the 8 was stuck on the rail a little more than I had originally thought, but seemed perfectly makeable. Nice shot by Jason. He's got a good angle on 13 to bring this cue ball above the 12. Tyson in the live chat says it was, referring to Paul's shot. It was what, Tyson? Tyson in the live chat says Paul's 8-ball shot was perfectly makeable. That's what I thought. Jason getting to the 50-yard mark for both balls here. That's awkward. He could slow roll the cue ball into the 12 and bank the 12 back out a little bit to block the 8, to block Paul's view of the 8. There's a potential safe right there. Jason makes the bank on the 12. What a shot. What a clutch shot by Jason Rivera. He's got a shot on the 9 into the side pocket. Can he do it to get on the hill? Christine Strong in the live chat says, I didn't hear Jason call that bank. Well, he must have, otherwise Paul would be all over that table. And Jason able to make the shot into the side. Well done. And he's going to get on the hill first. And the 8 drops for Jason. He almost missed it. But Jason able to make the score 8-6 now over Paul Jacob. Really nice out there with the bank into the side pocket. Well done to Jason. Jason with a shot on the 7 into the side. Solids looking very nice. The one looks like it clears the 14 into the corner. That would be the shot to go for right here. He could shoot the 3 and roll the cue ball horizontally to the right for a position on the 1 as well. Overrolls it a little bit. Jason's left himself pretty tough here. Really nice cut with position on the 6. He's in a good position to possibly run this out. That would be quite the stylish finish for Jason. Good angle on the 2 ball to get back on the 8. He's just got to be careful of the 11, but he should be able to hold above the 8 no problem. He's going to get under the 8. Jason Rivera calling the side pocket. Can he do it for the win? Tyson in the live chat says break and run for the final rack. If Jason makes this, it's nuts. It doesn't go. Just barely short. Barely short. Paul with the chance. Sean Kelly in the live chat says, nice attempt. What's up, Sean? You sipping your Del More yet? Tyson in the live chat says, damn, that would have been epic. Yeah, that would have been quite the finish for Jason right there. Paul's going to miss the 10, and it's not going to get in the way of the cue ball. Jason Rivera with a long shot on the 8. A little uncomfortable to bridge on the rail here as well. Can he do it? He misses it. Paul Rivera with another. Paul Rivera. I'm making up people now. Can't even talk. Paul Jacob with another chance. Does anyone in the chat know Paul Rivera? Paul rolls up a little too close to that 13. Both the side as well as the corner are low percentage shots based on how close these two balls are. What's he going to go for here? He could try to leave the cue ball behind the 15 and shoot the 13 down, but the issue is with that is a potential double hit on the cue ball. What a shot by Paul. Really clutch. Now this one. This shot is definitely a test right here. Cue ball's on the rail. 15's at the center of the table. Paul's going to call the far left corner. He's changing his mind to the right, far right corner. He isn't able to make it. Paul leaves Jason with a straight shot on the 8 into the, well, not completely straight, a slight angled cut into the right corner pocket. Can he do it for the win? He sinks it. Jason Rivera sinks the 8 ball and defeats Paul Jacob. Wow, what a game. Lots of twists and turns in that one. Jason Rivera able to defeat Paul Jacob 9-6. Christine Strong in the live chat says, great job. Yeah, big congrats to Jason Rivera. For anyone just tuning in, Thanks for watching Billiard Breakdown tonight. This was the top 15 players in Rochester, New York. Number 10, Jason Rivera, accepting a challenge from number 12, Paul Jacob. This was a race to 9 and 8 ball pool, and Jason Rivera able to defeat Paul Jacob 9-6. Sean Kelly in the live chat says, great match. Good job, Jason. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.